And welcome back to somebody on the rest of as another edition of Raw out of 10, and Payback is now in a rear view mirror, and we're starting to build up to the fast lane on October the 7th. And yeah, this week's show dealt with all the fallout from the show, and Gunther, of course, just days away from breaking Honky Tonk Man's record for longest IC champ, had one last challenge. But before that, after a recap of Payback, Jey Uso came through the crowd to a huge ovation, and after he spoke about being on his own for a while, Sami Zayn came out to the ring and told him that there were probably going to be a lot of people in the locker room who don't want to see him, but also gave a huge pep talk. They hugged it out for a pop from the crowd, and as they were leaving the ringside area, they were passed by Drew McIntyre on their way to the ring. Both men stopped and made their feelings known about Jey before heading to the ring to face Eric and Ivar. The first match didn't start until about 25 minutes into the show, but they took on the Raiders and the Tornado tag team match, which means all four men, of course, lead at the same time. Even though it took some time for the action to start, this bout had good energy and some fun spots. The crowd's request for tables was even granted. There were moments when the pacing was a bit off, but for what we got, it was entertaining enough to keep the crowd happy. Kofi Kingston ran an assist to Riddle and McIntyre before he ended up hitting their downfall and accidentally hit the original Bro with his finisher, allowing Eric and Ivar to put him through a table to get the pin. And yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. This was a really fun match to kick off the show. Kofi in there causing some friction maybe accidentally, so yeah, it'd be intriguing to see where that goes. Could we see a turn on it? Who knows. But yeah, the start to Raw as well with Sami and Jey all tying into the Bloodline story. Sami kind of being proven right, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see, are we going to get another turn here? Is this going to be a long-term relationship? So many questions now. Jey's on Raw, but yeah, I mean, as though the Bloodline stuff, everything's been fascinating up to this point, and it's going to continue to be very interesting. Next up on Raw, we got Ricochet versus Nakamura before Seth Rollins came out to cut a promo and called Nakamura out to finish what they started, despite the doctors not clearing for Payback. The artist came out and spoke in Japanese until Rollins asked if they were going to have a match or not, and he simply said no. The Visionary did not like that after he went after his rival in the aisle. Officials rushed up to break the fight, and after that, a match got underway with Ricochet having made his entrance. Nakamura tried to leave, but the one and only brought him in some hard-hitting action. This was an entertaining competitive contest that Ricochet made look against the man who just headlined the pay-per-view. Nakamura ended up getting disqualified using a chair as a weapon. Rollins rushed to the ring to attack him, but Nakamura ended up getting the upper hand. Ricochet chased him off while Damian Priest was contemplating a cash-in. This wasn't the way it is ending in an ideal world, but everything that we saw helped drive the feud between Rollins and Nakamura forward. It may not have made a ton of sense, but it was entertaining. So yeah, I'll give it 7 out of 10. Nakamura having this weird new character where he doesn't want to fight at all. Kind of feels like he's running the main roster recently, but yeah, Ricochet getting put into this as well. Rollins in this, yeah, it's going to be an intriguing angle. I don't know where it's all going to head. Maybe Nakamura will get a match when Seth doesn't want it or something like that. But yeah, who knows? Very interesting. Next up on Raw, we had the Judgment Day making its way to the ring before the commercial break. Every member carried their titles, with Priest also holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. Everything seemed good, but Priest looked angry when Finn Balor gave JD McDonough a shout out for helping him. JD eventually came out and holding something in his bag. He presented Priest with a new purple Money in the Bank briefcase. Zayn came out and mocked them for needing 5 people to win the tag titles from him and Owens. He challenged on to a match, but McDonough said he would fight him and said this was fine, but nothing to write home about. A weird relationship between McDonough and Judgment Day leads somewhere, but I think it needs to be done soon before fans get tired of it. I guess they'll eventually join, but yeah, intriguing angles here, and I think it's all building up something. So yeah, we'll give it time. Shayna Baszler then took on Zoe Stark, and after a brief interaction, they agreed to have a match to see who the bigger badass was. They started off with a quick exchange that saw both women score quick knockdowns before Stark grounded Baszler in a headlock. The MMA specialist easily cancels out of the hold though. There are 2 of the more athletic women on the roster, even though they lack chemistry from having worked together once before. They managed to put together a decent bout. They had a lot of time, so it wasn't just a quick answers. Both superstars were able to hit some signature move, but felt that Baszler had the upper hand on more of the occasions than Stark. After a long struggle to get out of the carry through the clutch, Stark succumbed to it. The ending was great and made both women look tough though. After it was over, they gave each other a show of respect by fist bumping, so could easily see them maybe emerging as the next tag challengers, who knows. But yeah, I mean, it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. This was a good match, I think, between 2 of the really women on the roster who have been really impressive lately. And yeah, like I say, it'd be intriguing to see where it ends up. Maybe as a tag team, who knows, that would be definitely interesting to see. So yeah, 6 out of 10, good stuff. Next up on Raw, it was Raquel Rodriguez versus Chelsea Green. They met in a singles match after it was revealed Piper Niven was not cleared to compete. Green did her usual thing, but Rodriguez was not in the move again. She started throwing her rival around the ring. Rodriguez knocked Green's block off before hitting her signature powerbomb for the ring. This was short and sweet, 30 seconds, I think was about as long as it lasted. But yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 from me. Rodriguez looks great. I think Chelsea Green, yeah, the loss isn't going to harm her too much, because obviously it kind of ties into her character as well. So yeah, no issues with this at all. I thought it worked nicely for what it was. So yeah, Good stuff, 6 out of 10. And yeah, it does seem like WWE still have big plans in mind for Raquel, which of course they should do because she's great. But anyway, JD McDonough versus Sami Zayn was up next. But before that, Ms. Milk and John Cena was his guest on Miz TV to talk about what happened at Payback. They did a whole thing where they pretended the veteran came out to him, but we couldn't see him, which was great. Yeah, Miz is so insane. I can't believe it's taken so long. So I want to see that. But yeah, it's insane stuff. But it's in time for Zayn v JD. And yeah, nobody from the Judgment Day was with the Irishman to show their support when he made his entrance. The first half of the match was simple for McDonough took control, slamming Zayn's head into the announce desk and the ring post. The second half was more entertaining, gave Zayn a chance to get back in the driver's seat. After Dominic tried to interfere and got taken out, McDonough stole the one with a roll up and a handful of tights. Zayn went after Dom and still beat him up before McDonough made a save. Zayn ended up hitting the Irishman with a Hoover kick while Dom left him to take a beating. And yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. This was good stuff. JD getting the win, big run for him. The Judgment Day stuff continues on. But yeah, Zayn, I think the loss kind of can be excused with the interference and stuff like that. But yeah, JD picks up a big win and yeah, kind of endearing himself more to the Judgment Day. I'm not sure whether I want him to join or not, but I think it is creating kind of a dream angle. So yeah, good stuff. It was their main event time, Gunther versus Chad Gable, and throughout the night, WWE hyped up the importance of the match with Gunther looking to break the record, and Gable was stopping him. The start off simply with Gunther shoving his smaller competitors to the match shows dominance, but the Elimination was never intimidated. They had plenty of time to end the show, and so they made sure to make this feel like a marathon, not a sprint. The chemistry these two have developed over the course of the feud have been incredible. Every encounter had been better than last. After hitting a huge powerbomb to the clothesline, the ring general pinned Gable clean as his kids watched from the front row with tears in their eyes. An outstanding way to end the show. And I think Gable, even got put over in defeat because he's had challenged Gunther probably the most. Gunther breaks the record, incredible reign for him, and he's really cemented himself as a main event player. Just a brilliant way to end Raw with a great match. So yeah, it gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Overall Raw this week gets a 7 out of 10 from me. An enjoyable episode of Raw this week, you have to say. Loads of great matches on the card. Of course, in a historic ending as well. With the IC title, which was a great moment. So yeah, on the whole, a really enjoyable episode of Raw. Loved it, really, from start to finish. 7 out of 10 from me. But anyway, guys, that's it for you. Thanks very much for watching. If you like to subscribe, let's also go every day. Daily wrestling news and subscribe to my channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.